All right, it says we live. How do you hear me? Are you receiving me 5 by 5 or what? What do you mean you ain't seen any lately, Melinda? Here I am.
Well, I think she's talking about any good looking guys out there.
Oh, thanks.
That's what Miss Linda asked her. You're a piggy. You're not a guy. Piggies aren't guys. Piggies are piggies.
Hmm. Well, Melinda, saw Sampy in here and Joe C. Let's get this thing on live chat over here. Let's do pop out chat.
It's like Linda giving me 3-hand waves there. I think we got to get his comments before you can read them.
Well, yeah. Linda's giving me 3-hand waves. Yeah, Linda, what was that heart song? He's got the magic hands. Ooh.
Hey,
Ryan at the Vineyard Farmhouse.
Says, welcome in, everybody.
They didn't nobody say whether or not they's hearing me all right.
351, welcome in.
351. Johnny!
Hey, Johnny, welcome in.
Is your tongue still slapping your cheeks?
Linda said, yepper, she hears you.
All right, I got her fine.
Um,
Linda said everything good on her end.
that's good.
Well, folks, I ain't pinpointing any one specific channel to talk about tonight. Running out of ideas who to talk about, who to point out. Just gonna sit here and talk and yak, and jaw jack, and all that good stuff. See how everybody's doing, see what folks are up to. Hannah McLam.
Hey, Hannah, welcome in.
Do I know that name?
She's been in before.
All right.
Johnny Small Pepper, howdy.
Johnny Small Pepper. Johnny Gillum Farm been hauling cattle.
That's a job.
Yeah, you cattlemen stay pretty busy.
I know Johnny Small Pepper getting ready to eat 10 damn hockey chips. What they're called? Hockey?
Pocky. I'm not sure how you say it.
But I know he can have them.
Yeah. He been doing a series on his videos doing that, trying to help teach folks really how to do it. He's getting happy with his results. He's getting people that aren't into really the hot peppers like him and some others are, but still want to get involved in what he does. You know,
I like the fact that he lets it be known that those challenges are for adults and should not be for kids.
right?
I like the way he stresses that.
It's not something you can take and jump into the deep end of the pool on.
That's it.
And yeah, and I like it. It's not for me. in one of his lives. We talked about it. It's not for me, but yeah, I enjoy seeing people enjoy things they like to do. I'll support anybody, in what they like to do.
Now, that's not to say that we don't like spicy foods or hot foods, because we do.
Just not that spicy.
But there is a point to where it gets a little too hot.
Right. And I'm a little on the too old end to start trying to build up on something like that. But I like watching folks and live vicariously through others and what they like to do. Now, some things I can't handle. I'm not going to sit there and watch somebody's uh, point of view shots jumping out of an airplane.
No, thank you.
I've seen little videos where people, they're taking they, going on roller coasters or jumping off cliffs, base jumping and all that. Rita,
Hi, Miss Rita.
base jumping and all like that, and you get that POV shot. I'm like, I get nauseous about sick when I see that edge go over, and it's like, oh Lord, I can't handle that.
Yeah, Piggy sees the roller coaster videos and has to stop it. No.
Yeah, I start getting vertigo just watching it. I watched the uh, I can't think of the Polar Express. It first come out. I got to watch it. Uh, what's that big thing called? It's 3D. IMAX. I got to see that when it first come out on IMAX, and that was part where it takes and it's on that train and it goes way down like that. And on that 3D on that big screen, I was like, "Ooh!"
Oh, man. Piggy's a hoot, y'all. He really is.
And well, Linda, more power to you. Not only am I not going to get onto a perfectly good plane, I'm certainly not going to jump out of one.
No.
Yeah, if you do well enough to succeed in getting me onto one, you can best bet you ain't gonna get me off that thing until it lands.
It's like if I had been meant to fly outside of an airplane, God would give me wings.
And one day I will have that ability, and He'll give me that ability, but it ain't right now. I agree with you, Rita. Nowadays, some things I do if I have to do, but if I ain't absolutely got to do it, I ain't gonna do it.
Hey, Josie at New Image, welcome in.
Now, when I was in the Marines, I had to go on a helicopter once and regretted that. We done maneuvers, and it was one of those double props Chinook. We was up about 10,000 feet. And they did a right bank and going like that. And the second we come out of the right bank and leveled off, we hit an air pocket, dropped 500 feet that quick. I still swear there's some of my stomach still up in the sky out in California somewhere.
Piggy and I differ on helicopters. I love helicopters. I'll ride a helicopter anytime. I don't want to go on a plane.
Well, like I said, I'll do something if I absolutely got to. It's kind of like another moment. We was doing some mountain warfare defense training. We was up in a place called Bridgeport, California. Bunch of tall mountains up there. And we had to go on a hump. A hump in the Marine Corps is a hike. But that's what we call hikes in the Marine Corps, is a hump. So we had to go on a hump, and we were going up this mountain. They kept talking about when we get to the bottom of the top. Well, we're going on, our butts are about whooped, and we get to this one clearing. There ain't nowhere else to go. Except for a 90-plus foot cliff. So, we was all thinking we'd reach the top. At that point, it's like they knew what we were thinking. And right at that moment, they said, "You are now at the bottom of the top." We'd all looking around at each other like, huh? We had to go up that cliff. There was a rope that had been strung up it to hang on to as you go up this thing. And I'm talking about this thing is almost completely vertical. Now, I'm short. We got full packs on and everything. So, okay. Going up this thing, for the most part, with our backs to the cliff. So you're just looking up. There ain't nothing there. Just air. Well, you get to the very top edge, the rope goes up over that edge. Now you can take and either grab that rope and pull yourself up and over, or you can put one hand on it and hold on to it as you walked up around the edge. Well, herein is where my problem came in. My arms and legs too short for me to reach out, grab it, and walk up around it that way. And I was too short to reach up and grab it and pull myself over. Folks, I'm 90 plus feet up in the air on the side of a sheer cliff, full pack, my back to the cliff. And I had to take a leap of faith, reach up and jump, grab that rope.
What's that? Who's saying that song? Jump?
Van Halen.
Yeah.
I had to jump on the side of the cliff.
See, we need video of that so we can put that song on it.
Well, I ain't going back to recreate the situation.
I'm just saying.
Well, I grabbed it. I like this. And then pulled myself up, feet over, got up on it and pushed myself away from the edge and look at it. Started walking around. Folks, I was walking down that little road they had there with wobbly knees and walking like I was drunk. And, but anyway, that was my 94 story. And 94, that was its elevation. It weren't the biggest mountain there. They had some there that reached 12 and 13,000 feet. This one was still under 10,000. And when we did a field out there, some of the guys, thankfully not me, that drove radio jeeps like I do, or did, had to be helicoptered out to the tops of some of these mountains for their listening posts for where they was going to be doing their job.
I'll be back in a minute.
All right. And anyway, that's just one story from my time in Bridgeport, California. But it was the scariest But there were fun times and there were not so fun times. But yeah, I don't like heights too much, but I will do what I got to do when I have to. Another time they did a one rope bridge across this ravine. It was like 90, 100 feet or more down to this little creek down there. Pretty good sized creek, but from that uh, vantage point, it looked like a itty bitty line. That's how far up it was, and we had to take our carabiners and hook to this rope and scurry across that thing. There's some of the guys, they absolute nuts. They get out there in the middle of that. They had cameras with them. They got out there in the middle of it, just hanging by that carabiner and looking down, taking pictures and all like that. And I said, y'all are freaking nuts. Yeah, well, a lot of things like that, Linda, I don't do for fun. I do because I have to. I can do some things a lot of times if I have to, but it ain't gonna be by choice. Oh yeah, that's one thing Marines are known for, Linda. Being absolute nuts. There's we was on this one hill. It'd be considered a mountain out here, but out there it was just a hill. I was a radio operator for an air officer, and he was holding an air officer scope. And a bunch of us sitting out there, and some of them were from the grunt units. We was all sitting around, had our flak jackets down on the ground to sit on and everything. But this one dude, we saw this scorpion run up underneath this one dude's flak jacket. He came over to sit down and like, whoa, wait a minute, dude, hold up, hold up. There's a scorpion run up under your a scorpion? Really? Oh man. He reached over, pulled that flak jacket up and threw it across and said, oh wow. And he reached out and he grabbed it up, had it by his tail, holding it. Man, that's wild, ain't it, man? Check it out. Dude was quick.
That's like the dude was crazy.
He was. He was from one of the grunt units. And we was going on about it. He said, man, this ain't nothing. He said, I used to catch rattlesnakes. He was from Texas. They had rattlesnake catching contests, whatnot. He get involved in that, and he said, man, I've been bit so many times, I'm done immune to that stuff. This ain't nothing. I was like, all right, dude, more power to you. So yeah, that's now he's just nuts.
I think Piggy served with quite a few nuts, to be honest.
Well, that's one of the first criteria they look for somebody to come join the Marine Corps is whether or not they're nuts. You got to be at least somewhat nuts to go into the Marines to begin with. At least you two, anyway. Nowadays, they're more pansies than they are anything. I heard they were doing a boot camp where they got a break to go home for about a week during the middle of training. I might say, what? Not when I was in there. And I'm sure that, a lot of boot camp that I went through was considered weak compared to some guys that went through decades before. While I was at Bridgeport, I met this one dude. He run the PX there, and He had went through in the 50s, early 50s. He said, man, I'll tell you what, he said, eyelash fell off of you wrong. That was the reason for them to beat you. Melinda, we all nuts. If we was a Marine back in that day, we were nuts. I had one of my fellow Marines. He was Mexican. You right, Johnny, they are. Of course, you got to consider the so-called leadership. But one of my fellow Marines, he was Mexican. I just bought a brand new book knife, nice and sharp. He's like, let me see that. And he started playing with me like he's coming at me with it. I told him, I said, give it back. And he kept going like that. I reached out to grab it, blade in. Didn't get it, got cut just a little bit. Next thing I know, he's turning it to me, body of the knife to me to hand it to me. His eyes real wide. He said, man, you crazy. Linda, all of them good. We just like to give each other a hard time. But that boy learned real quick not to play with me. He told me I was crazy. And his Mexican dude knew how to handle a knife. He saw I wasn't afraid to grab that thing blade first. He didn't want to mess with that. Might one day talk about how Pappy was born. Had a group of people I hung out with. I've talked about them a little bit, but Linda, you might want to use one T on the butt because there's only special ones that are all buddies that way. And they usually, they usually did not last long in there. It is one story about some guys they out partying at somebody's place. This one dude gotten drunk, took and peed somewhere in that house. Get exactly where they said it was. So they said, all right, we got you. We got you. When he passed out, they took some Vaseline and a broomstick, kind of rotted him out. Then they put him in a bed in front of another guy, kind of curled up. So when they woke up, you know what he thought happened. Oh, yeah. So, they kind of got their get back on him for having peed on the floor in their house. That's one reason why I wouldn't ever get drunk to the point I'd pass out in front of folks that I wasn't sure if they played a practical joke or not.
I don't trust people that way.
So fortunately at that time I was around some that I could trust and wouldn't have to worry about nothing like that. Of course, I wouldn't have done nothing messed up like that either. That guy kind of brought that on himself. Yeah, let it happen. There's another dude. He used to be totally straight laced. Weren't no Irish pennants on his uniform anywhere. Boots always totally shined. And then he got orders to go to the Philippines. He'd gone for a year, and he come back. He was not so straight-laced no more. And he had a thing for Mama San. Mama San turned him out, and he had this thing that only on Tuesdays. Only on Tuesdays. I'd call his name and say, "What's that about?" And he'd just look at me and smile and say, "Only on Tuesdays." Huh. Well, turns out he had a thing for big women. The bigger, the better. So him and some of the other corporals and sergeants was out on the town one night, bar hopping. They'd gone a long way, and there's this one big woman that come in front of him, and he tossed her up on the hood of a car and did the do, and right there the others, they was just laughing their butts off. Hurry!
Hi, Tish.
Is that pooch somewhere out around there listening in? But anyway, I don't know what happened to him while he was in the Philippines, but it sure turned him sideways. Man, there's loads of stories about stuff from out there. That's just from about 3.5 years being out there. Watching the cowboys play, I thought cowboys out there tending to the cattle. I used to watch cowboys way back in the day, but it wasn't for the football. That was something more interesting to watch than the football.
Yeah, we know.
I think that's one of the reasons why they got such a following. It wasn't because of the football. It was because of them Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. That's what everybody really came to see, watch. That's what got them so popular. Was them girls, not that football. People can say what they want to. I know human nature. Go give me a peace sign. That mean you take it off, or you agreeing with me? Yeah, peace. Joe, you and Brian getting hooked up, talking, getting to know each other up there, seeing what can be what. It looks like Joy just brought up a easy apple cinnamon something.
Oh. Well, this is like my grandpa used to say he watched the cowgirls and the cheerleaders for truck drivers. Easy apple cinnamon babes that this girl posted.
That does sound good, don't it, Joe? And Miss Joy, she comes up with some stuff doing that cast iron that she's got. It'll make you lick your lips. Want some of that.
Miss Joy is an excellent cook, I tell you that.
Right? And she's one you don't want to tick off because she'll straight up get in your face with it.
She's my hero.
Right? Where about go?
In the drawer. In the kitchen.
Yeah, Lane said something about she's going to start putting stuff on the bonfire, t-shirts. She's going to do something with some of that stuff on it. Ugly dog!
Hey, Charlie.
Yep. We start doing that 5:30, it might be all right because they folks start to come in. More folks. But yeah, she's gonna start doing that, so I might start getting involved in coming up with some ideas for designs and seeing what we can get to work with to make better designs. Joey, just saw that notification for that video you just popped up there.
Hi, Miss Joy. Hi, Mr. Scott.
Brother Scott. Gonna have to check that video out.
Extreme catfishing gear. Hello.
Where's that one at?
Underneath Ugly Dog Lures. Joe, Miss Joy.
I don't see that one. How come I don't see that one?
I don't know.
I do not see it at all.
Well, it's not showing on yours. I don't know why.
I don't either.
It's showing on mine.
Or if it shows it on here. It shows it on here, but it don't show it on that one.
I have no idea.
Well, Extreme Catfishing Gear, I see you on this one over here on the StreamYard, but I don't see it on my personal one, but don't know you. But I'll get to know you. You hang out and stick around a while. Got a whole lot of fishing community folks on here.
Yeah, I think a lot of them know who he is. So.
One said, oh, there it is.
Okay.
Says this mission being held for review. I don't see that either.
I mashed show on it. That's not good why. Yeah, I don't know what happened on that. Like it said, I clicked on show.
Yeah, he's showing up down here, but I don't see him where you said I should have seen him.
Yeah, I know. I looked on this one over here for a guy that. It's showing up now.
Well, that's cool. Like I said, I don't know him, but I'll get to know him if he sticks around and hangs out a while.
I started saying I think it was fixing to be the way YouTube was doing coaching the animal there for the longest.
Right? I didn't. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's above my pay grade to understand. But go ahead, that video pop up. I want to check that out.
I'm saying that sounds good.
Doggy Dog said I wrote Extreme Catfishing down. I subbed after live. Well, all right. We need to make Ugly Dog blue.
Okay, that's easy to do.
That way, if he wants to, he can go ahead and go to that channel and sub up if he wants to.
There you go. Charlie, you now blue.
We've turned you into a Smurf like others. Well, we'll see next time he comments.
Yeah.
There you go. I like Ugly Dog.
I do too. Charlie's a good guy.
Makes some pretty lures.
Beautiful. I love it. It's beautiful.
Well, I'll be active. What's everybody up to? Besides listening to a crazy old Marine jaw jack.
Well, I'm not going to deny the crazy old Marine part.
You know firsthand. Ha!
I have a feeling I ain't the only one that knows.
Joy knows. Melinda knows.
Miss Joy has to deal with her own Marine.
Yeah. Melinda has had to deal with old Marine.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, say hi to Scott.
I always got to say hi to Mr. Scott.
She said when he wakes on up, and
Yeah.
Joyce said okay, so obviously he's sleeping. Ugly Dog's up to painting baits.
Cool thing.
I don't think Gavin's going live tonight, folks. I saw a post from him yesterday saying he wouldn't be.
Yeah. He said he'd be back next week.
Yeah. What about Tish? There's something about a new job for you. How's what's that about, and how's that working? Johnny said he was still driving, so I don't want him to comment too much. Want to concentrate on that road.
Definitely. Especially when you're hauling cattle.
Well, hauling cattle and on old back roads and stuff where things could get tricky real quick.
I'm saying. Anybody got any ideas for heartburn other than pickle juice? Or Rolaids or Tums? I don't have Rolaids or Tums.
We ain't got no pickle juice.
Got pickle juice, but right now, last time I did the pickle juice, it burned worse than what the heartburn was.
It might not be heartburn. Might be the sugar off that peanut butter last night.
It is. That's been affecting me for some time now.
Well, that's why I told you I really don't need peanut butter and jelly late at night before going to bed because it will affect you.
Well, next time you say you want one, I won't fix one.
Well, it's up to me to decide whether or not I want to suffer through it. Melinda said baking soda and a glass of water.
I'm gonna have to try that here in a little bit.
I understand that like logic. Baking soda is a base, equaled out the acid.
All I know is, ever since I ate peanut butter jelly sandwich last night, well, about 30 minutes after I ate it, I've been having burning from
Yeah, that peanut butter, it'll affect you at night.
my esophagus all the way down to the base of my stomach, and it's been going on all day. Piggy, tell you, all I've eaten today is one little sandwich because I have not felt like it.
Yep. I'm kind of full myself. I had a sandwich with her. I had a couple of biscuits and butter and jelly and
Fried spam.
fried spam earlier. I'm still full. Of course, I had biscuits yesterday morning, and then we had spaghetti last night with some garlic bread. I'm pretty well good to go. If I get hungry, I know there's some spaghetti in there with some French bread.
No French bread in there.
No?
Nope, we ate that French bread yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was the other half. Joy said, soak pinto beans in baking soda and water takes the toots out.
It does. It helps relieve the gaseous pressure from beans.
Oh, no, I kind of like having some blowouts.
I'll remember that. But I've eaten my
If they're from me, but folks, there's novice class, and there's amateur class, and then there's pro. I'm the amateur class compared to her. She's in the pro class.
All I can say is I'm good at what I do.
Of course, now I do her a favor if we're out and that happens while we're out in the store and everything. I'll take credit for it.
Piggy's good that way, y'all.
We did that one night at a Walmart. We was walking down through there, and she had to let one go, and oh my goodness, it was par for the course for her. And there was some employees in the next aisle over. When we got to the end of it, they kind of looked to see who it was come out. I kept talking about it. Whew, that's good. Wish I could do every one of them like that. So that when we come out the end of the aisle, they would have expected it to be a man. A man take credit for it. And then look back, see them and say, oops. I said, Piggy, you got some cottage cheese. Heat the sauce on up with noodles, then put the cottage cheese on top of it like lasagna. With pickled eggs for everyone now. Go ahead and say pickled eggs for everybody.
Yeah. And yeah, I do have my video coming out for Pickled Eggs My Way tomorrow. I just gotta get it uploaded.
Yep. We took care of that today.
Yep.
We'll do one for me on the way back tomorrow. So you have it for Tuesday. Only on Tuesdays. I sometimes wonder what happened to some of them boys.
Well, it's one of those things that if we knew their name, if I knew their full names, I could look, but
Well, I get to wonder about it, but it's like other things. Past in the past. And there's a reason it's the past. It's supposed to stay there.
yeah.
Yeah, Melinda, it's them silent ones you got to watch out for. They slide out and they burn. You know it's going to be bad. The worse they burn, the worse they are. There's one night when I was still wearing my CPAP machine. Right about the time I went to adjust my mask, she had let one out. And since that mask was, it's designed to force air down your nose so you can breathe better. So that got close to my mask, it sucked it up in there and shoved it up my nose like a drill. I was like, whoa!
Anyway. Yeah, I kind of got him a few times.
That was one of the better ones. They won't none beat the Harley though. There's one night I heard the Harley. And I heard it coming off in the distance, and it kept getting louder and louder. Went by the house and faded away as it went on by. I said, "Well, that was a Harley. You could tell the way it sounded." She said, "No, that was me." I said, "Get out of here. That was a Harley going down the road." She goes, "No, that was me." It took her a long time to finally convince me that that was her. But I'm here to tell you, it sounded exactly like a good old hog going down the road. I'm sometimes still not completely convinced, but she says it was her. She owned up to her own. She owns up to hers. She finally got me convinced. I said, "You're good." Yeah, Melinda, exactly right. Like I said, I was hearing that thing. If she had never told me, I would still believe to this day that that was a Harley went by that night. One of the good old style ones, Rolling Thunder. But yeah, she did good. I used to do pretty good before I about took my head off and became disabled and had to have that surgery. But after that surgery, my potency kind of went away. That's right, ugly dog.
Well, the way I've always heard it is, at least I ain't keeping no secrets.
Right? And she definitely don't keep no secrets.
Oh, Lord, Miss Joy, I bet they are. Hey, easy,
Yeah, I bet Scott can do some good ones.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, me. Hey, I tell you what, there's this lady friend of mine that I hung out with before I met Lane. We was walking around in the Walmart one night, and she let a silent one go. Folks, I'm here to tell you, it was bad. It was like somebody had opened up an ancient sewer and come out. But the thing is we'd seen another couple coming down another aisle parallel to the one we was in. We'd made they's come down the same aisle. We skirted around and went up another aisle and everything. That other couple had gotten down where we had been at that time. You could hear them, "Oh, God, their sewer's backed up or something." Me and that girl were laughing our butts off about it because you could tell they'd walked into it. And it was bad. Oh, it was funny. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Deb.
Yeah.
I knew who you were talking about.
Because I told her that story.
Well, I met Deb too, so I can see it.
And you could hear that other couple. They were audible. They were choking up, coughing. It was hilarious. And another thing on them too is Lane run across some information she was reading up on. And said actually smelling farts helps your nerves. That's one thing we say sometimes too. Is, well, you just helping medicate my nerves, baby. Helping them to heal.
Yeah.
Sandy goes.
Hey, Miss Sandy Toes. Good morning.
How are you, love? We've been talking about farts the last 3, 4, 5 minutes. What a topic, right?
I'm saying.
Well, that's not a bad thing, Sandy. I'm awake and already contemplating lunch. I've seen Elaine do that many a times. Linda said, no wonder my nerves are bad. I ain't sniffing no farts. Well, Melinda, I'm sure you can go to any old greasy spoon or bar or old folks home, and I'm sure you get plenty. Of course, I'm sure the workers there would be looking at you funny as you walk around there going, Derek Fowler, 1973. How you doing?
Hey, Derek. Welcome in.
Just what have you been into? Now you said next week or the week after. We're going to start at 5:30
Next week.
next week. All right. Yeah, because that'll be the 1st of October. Right. Like the Bangles song, Manic Monday, Sunday Fun Day. Sorry, Sandy, that don't apply for you. It's already Monday for you. I guess that song would apply Manic Monday. Well, Sandy Toast, just look up a group called the Bangles and listen to their song Manic Monday.
Same group that sings Walk Like an Egyptian.
Yep. So look up their song Manic Monday. Manic. Manic. Monday. Listen to that. And then the lyrics will say something about Sunday Fun Day. I think that has that in there.
Miss Joy, yeah, and mine's all unicorn glitter. And candy sticks.
Well, Sandy, Scott might think so. Think about it.
Oh,
Now, Scott might think so. Joy would be the cotton candy part of that. Scott would be the other part. And I'll just leave that at that. Kind of something. Started out talking about heights and all that to farts.
mm-hmm.
Ain't that something? Well, Linda, um, you know, El June,
Hey, LG, welcome in.
appreciate you coming by. Sandy, tell us what innuendos. I do not know what you're talking about. Thank you, El June.
Oh, boy.
Well, Sandy Toes, isn't that how it happens? Well, El June, she's right back here listening in.
Hi, LG.
I'm sorry, Sandy. Perhaps one day that will change. Oh, me. Well, seems to have lost the momentum here.
You lost your momentum.
But Dawson, oh boy, you'd have to eat a lot of cotton candy to have sweet parts.
Thank you, Derek. I try. Um, Would it be all right with you if I do a signature dish for your channel? It would come out in November.
Sandy Toes, if you're talking about praying for a future him, uh, I'm betting he would understand if he understands how long.
And Miss Sandy Toes, can I do a signature dish for your channel?
Derek said, that would be great. Thanks.
Okay. And if y'all wonder why I'm asking, I will not arbitrarily do a dish for someone's channel without getting their permission.
Right.
To me, that's common courtesy. Okay, so I've got November and December done, and Christine's will be out in October, this coming month in October. So thank y'all so much.
That'll finish out your year right there.
That will.
Sandy said she'd be honored. Then she said, be right back.
But yeah, just like doing for Miss Joy and Michelle, but it's all mine. It is really, it's gonna be, and it's gonna be hard to do Sandy Toast because she is an amazing cook in her own right, baker.
And Baker, I was fixing to say. I've seen some stuff she's cooked. I've seen some stuff she's baked, and that girl's got talent.
Yes.
She's like if she's attended a culinary school or something. That girl, she knows how to make it look good as well as be good. Looks like something you'd see at a 5-star restaurant. Gordon Ramsay and all that.
I'm saying that passion fruit panna cotta that she did looked amazing.
I'm saying it did. I tried. I ain't never had passion fruit that I know of. No idea how it tastes, but I'd give that a try. Derek said the one you did for Gillum Farms is great. Just give me a fork and let me go.
Thank you. That is a compliment to me. And I really truly appreciate it.
Right? Hey, it was good.
Piggy loved it.
Hey, it was every bit as good as it looked. I'll tell you that. No doubt about it. Well, obviously, Sandy is back. Thanks, Joy. Molly! Howdy ho, 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 howdy hey!
Hi, Molly. Thank you so much. Yeah, I tell you, that's the first beef roast, pot roast, whatever you call it, that has turned out like that for me. Like I said, usually when I cook pot roast, it goes in, it cooks all night. When I take it out in the morning, it's just little pieces.
Well, like I said, I think sharing it like you did trick on that, but
yeah,
but it's like I've told you, before we got together, you never really had the freedom to cook like you'd like to.
yeah. Not yet, Derek.
Not yet, Derek. We're saving up money to be able to get the parts, and once we get the parts, then we can start on that. And I'm still debating whether or not, once we save up to get the parts, whether or not we'll save up to have the thing towed up to a shop we like, and see how much it'd take for them to put them on there. But I'm going to give it a whack. I'm racking my brain now what Elaine could make because I'm such an eclectic mix of food loves. I have no idea what she's going to make.
I've got 3 months, well, so roughly 2.5 months to figure it out.
She'll study you. She'll figure it out. And since you do love so many different foods, it might not be as hard as you might think.
Actually, that makes it harder because it makes choosing harder.
Not really, because pretty much anything you do is going to be of interest because she loves so many different types of foods.
Yeah. I kind of go in with an idea of what I'm doing, but right now I'm focusing on each one. All right, Miss Joy.
She said, just don't make anything with tinned tuna, and I promise to eat it.
Usually, Sandy, if I'm making the signature dishes, it's going to be either a fresh meat, fresh seafood, or a dessert of some kind. And if I do the meats or seafood, it tends to run with the side.
Derek, do you know about rockauto.com?
Rock Auto's good. Got some good pricing.
That's rockauto, ROCK.com. That might cut down on your having to save money time in order to get parts. Then it said, heck, I eat a lot of vegetarian dishes as well. Pasta della nonna is roast eggplant. Well, Sandy Elaine's done some vegetarian and vegan cooking in the past. She used to be around a lot of folks who were vegetarian and vegan.
Yeah, my former uh, landlord, I lived in Alabama before I moved to Georgia. Uh, he and his wife were vegetarian, and they went to church with a lot of vegans. Uh,
Yeah, but
so,
he was also known to slide a burger in there.
well, he didn't eat beef; he ate chicken or turkey.
Sandy said, don't limit it to meat dishes.
Oh, definitely. I want Sandy. I'm thinking what I want to do because I remember how I ended off last year with Tom and Michelle's dishes.
Yep.
Piggy really loved Tom's signature dish last year.
Oh, man, I'm tell you what.
Seafood ravioli.
Yeah, buddy. Love that sauce that went on that. Oh, man.
I can come up with some good ones.
Well, everyone you've come up with has been really good.
Piggy's the one that gets to eat them all.
Yeah. Waiting to see if Derek is answering me on what I asked him. I think Joe C knows about Rock Auto. He put a thumbs up on there after I mentioned it. Sandy said, yep, that seafood ravioli was amazing. Yes, it was.
Piggy loved it. And we did have some left in the freezer, and I fixed it for him because there was enough for one more dish of it. I made him some sauce to go on it. And a little while back, he said something about it. You done ate it.
I forgot about eating it.
He forgot about eating it. He was looking forward to having something.
I guess I was just wanting some more. So my brain was playing tricks with me to scoot that memory aside because I wanted some more. Christine,
Hey, Christine, welcome in.
how you doing? Johnny got home yet? Right, Sandy? Joyce said, Sandy, those crabs y'all get look good. Yeah, they do.
I tell you what, they have some of the best seafood there.
All right, every dog. We'll make sure she gets fed. She might get angry.
We'll see you later, Charlie.
Well, Christine, don't you pay too much attention to the screen then if you're driving.
They've been working together. Yep. Jefferson, welcome in.
Jefferson. Yeah, you want to make sure she stays fed, because lesson I learned long ago, you do not get between a hungry woman and her food. Well, that's good, Christine. Just don't take too much attention off that road. Lower the flash.
Hey, Eric, welcome in.
Sandy, I don't think Florida Flash is an Indian. He not gonna come back. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Reason why it's secret with her. Yeah.
yeah, you're ordering it yourself. If you know what you want, you go in there and look for it. You can get it. You can get it for a good price. I'm not too well at knowing exactly what I need, so some things I can figure out, but other things I can't. Right? All right, Melinda, you take care. Just don't run too hard. Eric never did say whether or not he knew of it. Of course, if he didn't, he might have went and looked it up, start looking to see what I'm talking about. Oh, you did? How'd I miss it? He said he responded twice. I see where you said you talking about your rotors and saving up money. but I don't see any other responses.
Huh. I don't either on this, and I guarantee it's Facebook or YouTube messing with us.
Has to be. Well, anyway, if you know about it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what you're looking for. It'd be cheaper for you to. You wouldn't have to save up as much to get what you need.
Hey, Chris, welcome in.
Indiana Chris, 1313.
That's right, Sandy Toes. Hey, how it's all hello.
Right. Sandy, you know me. I couldn't let that slide. I had to do something with it. Ashley Brady.
Hey, Ashley.
All right, I've made big time now. So she's popping in at work. But don't get in trouble. For Flash, I gotta ask, how are not 300 pounds with all the great Eileen does? I love watching her videos, save several for when we get moved into our house. That fishing channel, howdy.
Hey, that fishing channel, welcome in.
Well, Florida Flash, that's because being disabled, I'm not that active. Being not that active, I don't have a very good uh, shoot. That word was just on the tip of my tongue.
Was?
It was. It left.
Uh-oh.
It went bye-bye. Oh, it's Ashley's birthday. Happy birthday, Ashley.
Happy birthday.
So you're now 18 with how many years experience? $33 years experience. Well, all right. Jefferson, you did it to me on mine, Ashley. But Jeff, I'm just going to tell you, don't get in tit for tat with a woman. You will lose. And she pays you back for paying her back. You'll understand. That's part of the fun, ain't it, Jefferson? We men just like to think we're clever and devious. Tinkerbell!
Hey, Miss Tinkerbell.
I don't know. How so, Indiana Chris? He said, "Are you getting ready for fall?" We don't do a whole lot of dressing stuff up for stuff.
Only in the fact that we're probably getting ready to put the air conditioner up for the year.
Put it up, and cover up the outside water hydrant.
All right, you have a good evening at Fishing Channel.
Take care, Fishing Channel.
Oh, I'm so glad, Christine. I just hope you're as proud of yours next month when I get it done.
Right. Well, the leaves and stuff hadn't all come down.
And the homeowners actually take care of all that.
Oh, okay, Derek. I understand. But now you might think you subscribers might understand that, if you put that off in order to be able to fix your truck. Because your truck's going to do more for you in the immediate time
Yeah.
than your viewers can.
We've got a lot of leaves falling, but there's still plenty more on the trees.
Yeah, there's been a lot come down, but there's still a lot more to go. Christine Tinkerbell is kind of like all around Sarah. She does some singing. Sounds really good.
Tinkerbell has a lot of stuff. She has hiking videos.
She does a lot of that too.
All sorts of videos. She does a lot of lives.
Why is it depressing, Jefferson?
I love the fall. That's my favorite time of year.
Whew. Joe said it was 91 here in Texas today.
I think it got, 82 here?
82. But Joy, that's better than 110.
I'm saying.
I just look at things like that. It's that time of year. It's time for it. It's time for that part of the cycle to come through. And it was 80 here. Perfect. Joy said we have winter second Tuesday of January. Only on Tuesdays.
That's the day they're going to get the blizzard and it cuts the power out for 2 weeks while
they repair it in 80-degree weather.
Yeah. I don't mind having a little bit of winter as long as there ain't no 3, 4, 5 foot of snow and there ain't no ice.
Well, Jefferson, you know how to solve that problem, don't you?
Yeah, move south.
Come move south with the rest of us.
As long as I can kind of live along the line where we're at, I don't care where we live as long as it's along this line because usually the temperature stays about the same.
That line to stop at the California state line.
Well, no New Mexico, no Arizona, nothing west of Texas.
Right.
I don't miss Colorado. It snowed yesterday. They can have their snow.
Indiana Chris said, born here, live here, staying here. Well, I understand that. You're used to it. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here.
It's BJ McFarland.
Who?
Some dude. It's calling for Messenger. BJ McFarland.
Oh, is it on your phone?
It's on my phone.
Oh, okay. I was looking for it on here. What you talking about?
Wanting a video chat. I don't know who they are.
Linda, it don't get bitter cold like it does up north. The worst we got, I think, was 2013, where the high for the day was 0. But usually the winters here are pretty mild compared to any place up north.
Oh, yeah.
We don't get the snow. Every once in a blue moon, we will get some ice. We will get some snow, maybe up to an inch. The worst we had on that was 1993 in the blizzard, and got a lot of snow then. But that was one of those fluke type things. But no, it don't get nowhere near as cold down here as it does up there.
I'm saying. Yeah, I lived in Kentucky for 15 years. I can tell you right now, it got cold. And that wasn't even north. That was, like western Kentucky, and that wasn't even north. Right there. Wouldn't be so bad if it sucks what you just.
Got to work just to get to work.
Yeah.
Clearing out snow and stuff, right? Hopefully you got one of those good machines that'll do a lot of that work for you. If not, I'm sorry.
No, we get that kind of snow. Piggy and I stay inside. I let the puppy dog out, and I'll bundle up, go outside and stand with him. He does his whiz, and then we come right back in.
I've seen him go to the door, and you gonna let him out for that? He look, see what was there, and come back in.
Then he goes to the back door, wanting out the carport.
Yep.
And I'll let him out the carport.
And if it's real cold, he'll turn around and come back in too on that.
He'll do what he got to do and come right back in. He don't like the cold either. Kitty cats don't like the cold.
And Jefferson, we are retired by force. She's medically disabled. I am disabled. So I can't work. I wish I could. But it just wasn't meant to be. She tried going back to work, getting a job. She did pretty good for about 2.5, 3 months, but she had to give it up.
My body just wouldn't let me do it.
Right.
So probably
But that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Let the machine do the work. You just have to suffer through being cold.
Then there's a little boy down the street, snow blows her sidewalk and driveway.
Well, that's good on him. Yeah, Jefferson, let that machine do the work. It's a lot easier than getting that shovel out. I spent my time in the Marine Corps out in the desert. I don't like cold. My cold tolerance, though, is better this year than it ever has been since. Yeah, Chris said I've retired at 62, except for gaining some 20 pounds. It's been good so far. Well, that's good. If you don't gain no more than that, you'll be all right. Oh, you're one of them, Derek. Okay. The winter is when I like to grill and fire up the smoker. Stand out there next to it, next to the heat while it's cooking, huh? Wow. Scott went to Safeway Distribution Center in Denver 1 year, and only 3 guys in the whole plant showed up that day. 18 inches of snow.
That is a wow.
If I'd have lived up there, I'd have been one of them that didn't show. I do not like the snow. I can drive in it a little bit, but when we got together 1 year, we had a fair amount of snow, and she did the driving and did it just fine. Figured out she better at snow than I am. I'm better at driving on the ice than she is. So she'll take care of the snow driving. I'll take care of any ice.
Yeah.
Oh, Joy. He's an old Marine. Of course he's crazy. I get it. He said, yes, sir, you get good food and you ain't got to sweat doing it. Brendan's got a good idea for doing it too. Well, folks, I've been on here an hour and a half. So I think I'm going to call it.
Y'all have a good evening. We'll see y'all next week.
Yep. Joy misses snow cream.
Just make sure if you're making snow cream, you don't use the yellow snow.
Yeah, Indiana, them weathermen like to hype things up a little more than what they actually are and scare folks who don't have the sense to prepare. But anyway, I'm going to call it. Piggy loves you.